audience that we've had so far. Can you demonstrate my theory to them real quick right now? I was right. Okay. We are very, very excited to present to you the all-time favorite seasonal classic, Hairspray, tonight. You guys thought you were watching Footloose, didn't you? I'd like to start with a few announcements. One, tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday night are our last 3 shows. So please come back, invite someone to come back with you, tell everyone about the shows. We really would like to have crowds like you for the rest of the time. The other one is we have this darling cute earring that someone has dropped. It's turquoise and it would make a really cute ornament if nobody claims it. No one? Okay, I'm going to put it right here. And if you figure out the trick, go on this tree. Why don't you go on the piano? Yeah. Oh, it does belong over here. Okay. No tree ornaments. It's really cute. Okay, so the last announcement would be one, please no flash photography. It's a big distraction to the actors up on stage. And then the other 2 things are please silence your cell phones and silence all loud family members. We have a great lobby with lots of concessions you can brighten them with. So, other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's show, The Christmas Carol.
Marley was dead to me. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon paid for anything he chose to put his hand to. Scrooge and Marley were partners for many years. Scrooge was Marley's sole executive, his sole administrator, his sole friend, his sole mourner. And even Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up by the sad event, but that he was an excellent man of business on the very day of the funeral, and saw landed with an undoubted bargain. Scrooge never paid it out in Marley's name. There it stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge, and sometimes Marley. But he answered to both names. It was all the same to him. He was a tight-fisted old man with rhinestone Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching, covetous old sinner. Hard and sharp as a flint. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas? A humbug? Surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
I do. What right do you have to be merry? What reason do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
Well then, what right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools? Out upon Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time? But a time for buying presents without money. A time for finding yourself a year older, but not an hour richer. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it. But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good it does you. Much good has it ever done you.
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited. I dare say Christmas among the rest. But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, loving, charitable, pleasant time. A time when men and women seem to freely open their shut-up hearts. So though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Let me hear another song from you and you keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite the powerful speaker. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
I have work to do. Good afternoon.
But why? Why?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. That is the only thing more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
Hey, Uncle. But you never gave that as a reason for not coming before. Why use it as an excuse for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I'm truly sorry. With all my heart, I'm sorry as ever. But I will keep my Christmas humor to the last. A Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year!
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
There's another fellow, my clerk. 15 shillings a week, a wife and family, talking about a Merry Christmas. A retired bedlam.
Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Jacob Marley is dead. He died 7 years ago this very night.
We do not doubt that his generosity is well represented in his surviving partner.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at this time. Many thousands are in want of common necessities, sir. Hundreds of thousands in want of common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, sir.
And the union workhouses still in operation?
They are. I wish we could say they are not.
Then the treadmill and the poor law?
Both very busy, sir.
Ah, I thought from what you said at first that something had happened that stopped them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it.
Considering they scarcely furnish Christian cheer, body and mind, sir. A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund for some meat and drink and means of warmth for the poor. We choose this time because it is a time of all others, where want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What can we put you down for?
Nothing!
Have you wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone! Since you asked me what I wish, that is my request. I don't make myself merry at Christmas. I can't afford to make idle people merry either. I hope to support the establishments I mentioned. They cost enough. Those that are badly off must go there.
Oh, many can't go there, sir. And many would rather die.
If they would rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. Besides, it's not my concern.
You might make it your concern, sir.
I have no time for other men's business. My own occupies me constantly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Go rest ye merry gentlemen, let not
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's quite convenient, sir.
Well, it's not convenient, it's not fair. If I were to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used when I paid a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th day of December. But I suppose if you must have the whole day, be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Humbug!
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and having beguiled the rest of the evening with his banker's book, went home to bed. He lived in chambers which had once belonged to his deceased partner. They were a gloomy suite of rooms. It was old enough, for nobody lived in it but Scrooge. Now let it be known that there was nothing unusual about the knocker on the door. Let it also be known that Scrooge had not bestowed one thought on his long-dead partner Marley since that afternoon. And then let any man explain to me, if he can, how it happened that Scrooge, having his key in the lock of the door, saw not the usual knocker but Jacob Marley's face. Scrooge looked fixedly at the phenomenon, but as he stared it became a knocker again.
Jacob Marley.
Oh, no! It can't be!
You don't believe in me?
I don't.
What evidence of my reality would you have beyond that of your senses?
I don't know!
Why do you doubt your senses?
I don't know. Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheap. You might be an undigested bit of beef. A blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than grave about you, whatever you are. You see this toothpick?
I do.
Well, I need only swallow this, and for the rest of my days be persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. It's humbug, I tell you. Mercy! Why do you trouble me?
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do, I must. But why do the spirits walk the earth, and why do they come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad with his fellow man. If that spirit go not forth in life, it is then condemned to do so after death, to wander the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth, and turn to happiness.
You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard. I girded them on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore them. Is its pattern strange to you? Or would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? 'Twas as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you've labored on it since. 'Tis a ponderous chain.
Molly! Jacob, Molly! Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give, nor can I tell you what I would. A little more is all that is permitted me. I cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. In life, my spirit never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing home, and weary journeys lie before me.
Oh, you must have been very slow about it, Jacob.
Slow?
7 years daring traveling all the time.
The whole time. No rest, no peace, incessant torture of remorse. Oh, captive, bound, and double-ironed, not to know that no space of regret could make amends for one life's opportunity misused. Yet such was I. Oh, such was I.
Oh, come, Jacob. You were always a good man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. The dealings of our trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business. Hear me. My time is nearly gone. I'm here tonight to warn you that you have a chance and a hope of yet escaping my fate. A chance of my procuring Ebenezer.
Oh, you were always a good friend to me, Jacob.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
Is that the chance of hope you mentioned?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the second on the next night, at the same hour, and the third upon the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased. Look to see me no more, and look, but for your own sake, you remember what has passed this night. Remember, Ebenezer Scrooge. Remember. Ring out wild bells. The wild sky. The flying clouds. The frosty light. The year is dying in the night.
are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Rise from your bed and have no fear. Walk with me through days long past. Fly with me to yesteryear.
Ghost of Christmas past? Long past?
No, your past.
What would I want with my past? It's better not to think of it. What business brings you here?
Your welfare.
I'm much obliged, but a good night's rest would serve me well.
Your reclamation then. Rise and walk with me.
I was a boy here.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years. Look, this school is not quite empty. A solitary child neglected by his friends remains there still.
Yes. I was often left alone at Christmas. No matter, it's of little consequence.
These are just shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. Dear brother.
Man,
I've come to bring you home, dear brother. Home forever and ever. Father's so much kinder than he used to be, and I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and sent me a coach to bring you.
Truly?
Really, truly, and you are to be a man and to never come back here. But first, we are to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
You're quite the woman that band.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
oh, so she had.
She died a woman and had, as I think, children.
One child.
Your nephew, Fred.
Yes. Oh, but he's got something of his mother in him, I'll say that much for him.
Indeed. Come, there's more to see. Do you know this place?
Know it? Yes, I was apprenticed here. And look, it's old Fezziwig alive again. Oh, good old Jacob. I met him here. He was as good a friend as I ever had.
Well done, my boys. And now, Jacob, Ebenezer, no more work tonight. It's Christmas Eve. Our guests have arrived, so let's clear away these benches and make some room.
Look, it's Belle. Oh, I'd forgotten how beautiful she was.
Music! Let's have music! I tell you, a joy. Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry Christmas.
A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why, he has spent but a few of your mortal pounds. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
Oh, it's not that. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service here a pleasure or a toil. His power is in his words and looks. Things so slight, it is impossible to add them up. But the happiness he gives is as great as if it cost a fortune.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Something, I think.
I should like to have a word or two with my clerk just now. That's all.
Look, behold yourself in love.
It's only a shilling ring, Belle. But one day, it'll be a gold one, when I'm rich enough.
Oh, it's a beautiful ring. But I mustn't accept it.
Why not? Is it not good enough for you? No. No. It's because I'm not rich enough.
How foolish of you, of course not. But you're still so young. You may have a change of heart someday.
Dearest Belle, if I ever have a change of heart toward you, it'll be because it has ceased to be.
Will you always feel that way?
Just as long as I live. Longer. Forever and ever.
Then I accept your ring.
Oh, Belle, Belle, thank you, Belle. Bless you, Belle. And now, until eternity, we two are one.
I've seen enough.
But more waits you.
I won't look.
You shall. Quick, my time grows short. It matters little to you. Very little. Another idleness is placed to me. If it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has this placed you?
A golden one.
It's the even-handed dealing of the world. There's nothing on which it is so hard as poverty. And there's nothing that professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes have merged into the hope of being beyond its sordid reproach. I've seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one, until the master passion, gain, engrosses you, have I not?
Well then, even if I have grown so much wiser, what then? I'm not changed toward you. Am I?
Our contract is an old one, Ebenezer. It was made we were poor and content to be so, until in good season we could improve our fortune by our worldly interesting. You have changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy!
Your own feelings tell you that you are not what you were. I am. That which promised happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery now that we are two. How often and how keenly I've thought of this, I will not say. There's enough that I've thought of it and can release you.
Have I ever sought release?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit, in everything that ever made my love of any worth or value to you. If you had not sought my hand as a poor young man, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could. If you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, can even I believe that you would choose a dowerless girl? You, who weigh everything by gain. If for a moment you were false enough to your own guiding principle to do so, do I not know that your repentance and regret would surely follow? I do. And I release you with a full heart for the love of thing you once were.
Belle!
Belle!
You may feel some pain in this, Ebenezer. In a very, very brief time, you'll dismiss the recollection. Gladly. It's an unprofitable dream from which I happened to let you awoke. May you be happy in the path you have chosen.
You fool! Go after her! Spirit! Show me no more! Conduct me home! Why do you delight to torture me?
One shot of more!
No more! No more! I do not wish to see it! Show me no more!
and hens to turtle doves,
And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, Merry Christmas, my darlings! Merry Christmas! This is for you.
Thank you, Papa.
This is for you.
Thank you, Papa.
Oh.
Doesn't the tree look nice? The children made the decorations themselves.
I made that one, Papa. This one's mine, Papa.
No artist in the world could have done better. What's that I smell? It smells like Christmas.
Children, put your gifts under the tree. You may open them after supper. Why don't you run along and get the table ready?
Merry Christmas, my darling Belle.
Oh, William, it is beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, you'll never guess who I saw on my way home.
Who is it?
Come on, yes.
William, how can I? Give me a hint. Mr. Scrooge?
Mr. Scrooge it was. Oh, I couldn't help but see him as I passed by his window and it wasn't shut up. His partner lies at the point of death, I hear, and Mr. Scrooge is all alone in the world.
I'm sorry for him. I can't imagine he is very happy. I'm sure he has everything he could ever want now, except for happiness.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, these are shadows of the things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me! I cannot bear it! Leave me. Take me back. Haunt me no longer.
Can you believe that? He gave me a chainsaw for Christmas last year. I mean, I couldn't even crap over it. What are you guys waiting for? It's intermission. Come on, come get concessions with us.
Come here, man, and know me better. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. Have you never seen the likes of me before? Never. You have never walked forth with the other members of my family, born in these later years?
I don't think I have. Have you a large family, Spirit?
But there are more than 1,800 members in my family.
A tremendous family to provide for, Spirit. Conduct me where you will. Last night I went forth on compulsion and learned a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you can teach me, let me profit by it.
Follow me.
What has ever gotten your precious father then, and your brother, Tiny Tim? And Martha weren't as late last Christmas Day by half an hour.
Oh, here's Martha, Mother.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Martha.
my dear.
And how did our Tiny Tim behave?
Oh, as good as gold, my dear. And better. You know, he gets thoughtful sitting by himself. He told me coming out of church this morning that he hoped people saw him because he is a cripple. And it might be pleasant for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
I'm sure it was good for them to see him.
And he is getting stronger by the day, my dear.
Oh, my dear boy. I'm sure he does. Well, I do believe our dinner is ready.
What a fine goose this is, Mary. I believe it is one of the finest we've had.
Well, I do agree, my dear. You were the one who chose it.
And I mashed the potatoes, Father. I'm sure think they're fine too.
And the pudding. I helped make the pudding this time.
And what a wonderful pudding it is. Truly a finer feast I've never before seen. Merry Christmas, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in a poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, no, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none of my race will find him here. But what about that? If he is going to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population.
You use my words against me!
Man, if man you be, forbear that wicked thought until you've discovered what the surplus is and where it is. Who are you to decide what man shall live, what man shall die? It may be that in the sight of heaven you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
Amen. A toast I give you to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of this feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I'd hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children. It's Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day. I'm sure for which one drinks to such an odious, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. No one knows it better than you.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I will drink to him for your sake and the day's, not for his. A long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm sure he'll be very merry and very happy indeed. To Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Come, we have yet another place to visit.
I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
Well done. So my Uncle Scrooge, he said Christmas was a humbug. As I live, he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
No, he's a comical old fellow, that's the truth. And not so pleasant as he may be. However, his offenses carry their own punishments, and I have nothing to say against him.
Punishment? But I'm sure he is very rich, Fred. At least you always tell me so.
What of that, my dear? He isn't going to make himself comfortable with it. And he hasn't satisfaction of thinking he's going to benefit us with it.
I have no patience with him. Neither do I. How could anyone have patience with such a man? You're quite right.
Oh, I feel sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Here, he takes it into his head to dislike us. And he won't come and dine with us. What's the consequence? He loses our poor dinner.
I think he loses a very good dinner. Yes, indeed. It was perfect. Absolutely divine.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. So I have a great faith in these young housekeepers. What do you say, Topper? Topper.
Oh, I could say we bachelors are wretched outcasts who haven't the right to express opinion on such a subject.
Oh, do go on, Fred. He's such a silly fellow. He never finishes anything he begins to say.
Oh, I was only going to say that by taking a dislike to us and by not making merry with us, that he loses some pleasant moments which could do him some good. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't help feeling better about it if he finds me going there year after year saying, "Uncle Scrooge, how are you?" If it only puts him in the mood to leave his poor clerk 50 pounds, well, that's something. And besides, I think I shook him yesterday. Bravo!
Oh, let's play a game, Fred.
Splendid idea. What should we play?
How about yes and no? Yes and no. Wonderful. You begin, Fred.
All right. I'm thinking of something good.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Yes, my dear.
Is it a tiger?
No.
Is it a bear?
No.
Does it live in London?
Yes.
Is it a very disagreeable animal?
Usually.
Is it a rat?
No.
Is it sold in the market?
No.
Is it a savage animal?
Yes.
A savage, disagreeable animal that lives in London. Does this animal talk?
Yes, my dear.
I found it out, Fred! I know what it is! I know what it is!
What is it?
It's your Uncle Scrooge!
Oh, he has given us plenty of merriment, I'm sure. It would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
I must go now. I've but little time left upon this errand.
A spirit's life so short.
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight. I have many miles to travel yet, and much cheer and goodwill to spread toward man. Come, the time is drawing near.
Am I in the presence and ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of things that have not happened but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Oh, gods to the future. I fear you more than any other specter I have seen. And yet, as I know your purpose here is to do me good, I am prepared to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me, Spirit? Lean on! The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me, I know. Spirit, lean on.
Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Blessed put a penny in the old man's hat. It's glad but a penny, an halfpenny will do. Haven't got an halfpenny, God bless you. Ow! Look here, old Joe, here's a chance. If you haven't got better without meaning it.
Well, you couldn't have met in a better place.
Ah, what odds then? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did.
That's true indeed. No man more so.
Well, don't stand staring as if you was afraid, woman. Who's the wiser? We're not going to pick holes in each other's coats, I suppose.
No, indeed, I suppose not.
Well then, that's enough. Who's the worse for a loss of a few things like these? Not dead, that I suppose.
No, indeed. If he wanted after he was dead, wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck to death, instead of lying and gasping out his last breath by himself.
That's the truest word that ever was spoke. It's a judgment on him.
I wish it were a little heavier judgment. It should have been. You may depend upon that. Oh, if only I... Here you go, old Joe. Open me bundle and let me know the value of it. Real treasure I have. Ha!
Yes, I see. Not bad.
Oh.
I always give too much to the ladies. Here's your account. You asked me for another, and you'll repent of being so liberal and you don't go half a crown.
Now, undo my bundle.
What do you call this? Bed curtains.
Ah, bed curtains.
You don't mean you took them down, rings and all with him lying there?
Yes, I did. Why not?
Well, I used the phone to make a fortune, woman. You'll certainly do it.
But I certainly shan't hold me hand when I can get anything in it by reaching it out. For the sake of such a man he was, I promise you. Oh, careful with those blankets now.
His blankets.
Who else do you think? He ain't likely to take cold without him, I dare say.
I hope he didn't die of anything catching, eh?
Oh, don't you be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I loiter about him with such things to do. Now, you may look through that shirt on your eyes, and you won't find a hole in it, nor a threadbare place. It's the best he had, and a fine wine, too. Oh, they'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call wasting of it?
Putting on it to be buried in, to be sure someone was fool enough to do it to, but I took it off again. See, if character ain't good enough for such a purpose, it ain't good enough for anything. It's quite unbecoming to the body, isn't it? Ah, we can't look uglier than it did in that one. Oh, this is the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive, to bother us when he's dead.
I see, Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way just now. If there is a person who shows emotion at this man's death, show that person to me. I beseech you.
Theodore,
Caroline,
well, is it good or bad?
it's bad.
We are quite ruined then?
No, there's still hope yet, Caroline.
Well, if he relents, there is. If such a miracle has happened, nothing is past hope.
He is past relenting. He's dead. With the half-drunk woman who I told you of last night, what she said to me when I went to see him to obtain a week's delay turned out to be quite correct. He's dead.
To whom will our debts be transferred?
I don't know. But by that time we shall have the money. And even if we do not, it would be bad fortune indeed to find such a merciless creditor and his successor. We shall sleep with light hearts tonight.
men so cold, and yet they are only as cold as I have been. Oh, Spirit, let me see some tenderness connected with the death. Or these things you have shown me will be forever present to me. Oh, Cratchits. Oh.
And he took a child, and he set him in the midst of him. Are you all right, Mother? Yes, my dear. The color hurts my eyes. The candlelight is dim, and it makes them weak. I mustn't show weak eyes to your father when he's home. Not at all. It must be near his time.
Past it, Ryder. It's up a little bit slower these past few years, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed.
And so have I, often.
And I.
Me too.
But he was so light to carry, and your father loved him so. It was no trouble. No trouble at all. Ah, here's your father now.
Father.
Hello, my dears.
You went today, didn't you, Robert?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green it is. But you'll see it often. I promised him we'd walk there on Sundays. I will.
Oh, Robert.
I shall be all right. I met Mr. Scrooge's nephew Fred today. He saw that I was a little down and asked me what was the matter. When I told him, he was very kind. He said, I'm partly sorry for Mr. Cratchit and partly sorry for your good wife. Then he gave me his card and said, if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to come and see me. It wasn't for the sake of anything you might be able to do for us, so much as his kind manner, but it seemed as if he'd known on him and felt with us.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
You would be sure of it, my dear, if you saw and spoke with him. And I shouldn't be at all surprised if he got on Peter about his situation.
Only hear that, Peter.
And then Peter will be keeping company with someone and getting ready to be married. Ah, get along with you.
It's just as likely as not. One of these days, though, there's plenty of time for that. But however and whenever we part from one another, I'm sure we shall not forget Tiny Tim or this first parting that there was between us.
No, never, Father. Never.
I know that when we think back on how patient and how mild he was, though he was just a little child, we shall not quarrel easily amongst ourselves and forget poor Tiny Tim in doing so.
Never, Father.
Never ever, Father.
Never.
So very proud of you all, my dears. Very happy.
Sing us a song, Mother.
Yes, will you sing us a song?
Oh, all right, my dears. What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? Whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds
trust me. Let us go. I understand you, Spirit, and I would do it if I could, but I have not the power, Spirit, I have not the power. Spirit, before I draw near to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. These, the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only. Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends to which, if persevered, they must lead. But if these courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus with what you show me. Please, Spirit. Why did you bring me here? What purpose have we here? God, prepare him room. And heaven bid you sing. And heaven and hell and nature sing. Not a farthing less, if you please. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you.
Oh, my dear sir, I don't know what to say to such generosity.
Don't say anything. Just come and see me, won't you?
We will, Mr. Scrooge, thank you.
Ah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bless my soul, it's Uncle Scrooge.
I have decided I will come to dinner this evening. Is that agreeable?
Agreeable? Of course it is.
We would love to have you.
Then I shall be there at 3 o'clock. Until then, Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Now we'll find Bob Cratchit. There he is right now. Bob Cratchit!
Mr. Scrooge, sir. A Merry Christmas, sir.
Why weren't you in the office this morning, Mr. Cratchit?
Mr. Scrooge says, Christmas. You said I might have the day with my family.
I said that? Bob Cratchit, I am not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, You are?
Merry Christmas, Bob! A merrier Christmas than I've given you in many a year. I shall raise your salary and endeavor to assist your struggling family. We'll discuss your affairs as soon as possible. Would tomorrow be convenient?
Yes, sir. Quite convenient. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas. God bless you, sir.
God bless you, Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, thank you.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and incredibly more, And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that be truly said of us all. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, every one.